What in the world is this thing? Oh, it smells good. I'm not going to taste it. Woo! I like it. What is it? You'll find out in a minute. Hey, today, hi everybody. Today I'm going to be shaving with kind of a conglomeration of things. I was sent these two things in the mail. This thing here, not the razor, and this thing here from Captain's Choice. My friends over there at Captain's Choice. Thank you, Scott, and everybody over there. So first of all, well, I'll just tell you what this is. This razor is from Fine Accoutrements, world's finest razor. But what's wrapped around the head there? Well, that's a protective little, what's it called? It's called a razor jacket from Captain's Choice. Now, this is a new thing I think they're starting to sell, and he sent me this. So if you travel, then you can put your razor in here. Don't worry, there's no blade in here yet, so I'm being safe. So you stick your razor through there, and then you fold it over, and you protect the head of your razor. Your fancy, fancy razor. Now, this is a fancy razor. This thing costs 165 bucks from Fine Accoutrements. And I found it in my drawer, and I forgot about it, and I'm going to try it again today. Now, let me put this on, and I'll get to that other roll thing. This is a three-piece razor. It looks very much like a Gillette from the 1930s. The handle, these two little, kind of like the headlight bumpers on like a 59 Cadillac. These two little things sticking out. I love that. And then I'm going to take a feather blade, which I've used, I think, a couple times. I may have shaved with it once. I'm not sure. And I'm just going to secure all this, and then we'll talk about what else I'm going to be using. I figured since I got some Captain's Choice stuff to talk about, I might as well use some Captain's Choice stuff. Now, I forgot to look in my bag to see if I have any Captain's Choice. How many times am I going to say that? Soap, but I do have the aftershave. I'm going to use this later. I use this all the time. It's my go-to. I have it right here in my cabinet. But what I'm going to lather up with is this Cherry Fougere. I'm going all cherry today. I'm going Captain's Choice and cherry. We're going all the triple C. Yeah, so this is weird already. So this is from the K Shave Worx. I love the smell of this stuff. Oh, I love anything cherry smell. I know. Now, that leads me to these two items here. This is not just one item, it's two items. This is the, what's it called? The shaving brush roll. I want to get this right. Shaving brush roll, also from Captain's Choice. You can see right there. The reason I say it smells good is because it's made out of pure cowhide, baby. It smells just like if you go into a Western wear boot store here in Texas. Oh, you know, so many parts of the cow smell good and so many smell bad, but this is one of the good ones. So anyway, he sent me this. Scott sent me this. This is their travel shaving brush roll. Look at that. It's holding it in there. It's strapped in there. It's got this long strap on it. And this thing here, and he also sent me this brush. This is their new $65 synthetic ocean-handled shaving brush. So let me stick this in the water. Let me take this out of here first. So yeah, this is a travel case. So you got your wrap for the head of your razor, and you got a little wrap for your brush too. So you can let it dry out and won't get all smushed in your, in your baggage. So what you do is you kind of loop this little thing through here. There's a little slot. And then you put this in here like this, tighten it down, and then you fold this thing over, and then you just wrap the rest of it, stick it in your case. There you go. Looks like one of those Swiss rolls from Little Debbie. Swiss cake rolls, we call them, or what, ho-hos? This is a shaving leather ho-ho. No, it's not really. So anyway, so thank you, Captain's Choice. Oh. Smells like a good saddle, a fine pair of boots. And actually, these were artisanally made by Scott's younger brother. Yeah, well, got a little bit wet, but that's okay. That's going to be part of the aging process. So thanks, everybody, over there at Captain's Choice. Now, this is their synthetic brush. See, it's got the logo on the bottom. Like I said, it's 65 bucks for this. It is 26 bucks for the roll, and then $19.95 for the little shaving head protector. All right, enough about all that. Let's get to shaving, all right? I took a shower, I did my hair. I'm gonna put some hot water up on my face. And then I'm gonna lather this Cherry Fougere with this synthetic brush, which I have not used. They offer also a natural bristle brush at Captain's Choice, but I prefer the synthetic. It's just easier to lather with for me, and maybe for you. So let's lather up, and we'll grab that Fine Accoutrements World's Finest Razor, and we'll see if it's, I think I only shaved with it like once or twice. It's hard to remember. Ooh, this is getting some good lather. Oh, look at that. Oh, look at that. Cherry. Oh, and I got some on my shoulder, see? I'm gonna leave it there the whole video. It's gonna bug you. You're gonna see this like, God, I wish you would wipe that off. You know, if you're like me and you're slightly OCD, and there's a place for everything and everything in its place, and like if something is slightly off, you like want to fix it. I can't do that to you. I can't do that to you guys. Drive you crazy for the whole video. Ding. Put it right there on the face. All right, let's get to shaving. I'm gonna put the little stuff around here. So this is, like I said, the world's finest razor. It actually says world's finest on it. World's finest, world's finest. This is like 3 different places. They want you to know. So let's see if it is the world's finest. It's solidly built. It's a beautiful design. It harkens back to the 1930s. It's a slightly open comb. You know, it's not fully open. It's like halfway open. But anyway, let's shave. It's got a short handle on it, which I kind of like sometimes. I don't have a real handle preference when it comes to razors. I just like what I like, whether it's short or long, you know? Now, when it comes to open or closed comb, I do prefer a closed safety bar because I don't like seeing the little drag marks. Once again, that goes into my OCD. I see these little drag marks over here, and it makes me want to smooth them out. Oh, gosh. I'm too lazy to be really OCD, you know what I mean? I just am very neat and tidy. Ask anyone. Ask anyone. Okay, so far, feels like a medium aggressiveness. Like you can tell there's a blade in there, but it's not hurting, it's not uncomfortable. Like I said, I haven't used this very much, and it's been in my drawer. I put certain razors at arm's length right here in the drawer down below here. The ones that I know are good and I want to use later, but I don't know when. And this was one of them. Some of them I just put away in there in the closet back there. But this one, I must have been like, you know what? I think that one's a pretty good one. I'm gonna keep it here, close at hand. And the proof will be in the pudding once I'm done with this first pass. All right, yeah. It's kind of leaving some streaks around, so I'm not a big fan of that. And it feels like there's a lot of whiskers left. All right. That's okay. You know, like the Olympics just finished, right? And, you know, the star athlete will start off in that 400-meter race, and they'll be behind after the first lap. And you'll be like, oh, no. Oh, no. But then, by the end, they've won the race. So, let's not judge a shave by the first lap. Let's go for 3 today. Don't go for 3 unless you're an Olympic level shaver, which I am not. I'm just your average guy that makes these weird videos and talks to strangers. Now, you're not all strangers, that's for sure. I just found if you get the angle just right, it does not leave those little streaks. So I got to get the pitch of the razor just right. I don't want to think too much about shaving when I'm shaving, you know? I don't think you do either. I mean, there is the rare occasion where you really revel in it, you know? Maybe you're by yourself, the wife and kids are at the movies or something, and you finally have a moment's peace. I'm not speaking about myself, I'm just speaking in general, you know, you might have that experience, I'm not sure. But I don't want to think too much about shaving. But right before this, because I really didn't, I've been very fortunate to, the folks over at Captain's Choice have sent me lots of stuff over the years. And I was like, you know, I don't really know much about the company. So I watched a video with Scott, the owner and founder of Captain's Choice, and Mantic59. They did a great little, a little short interview from like 5 years ago now. But I learned that Scott was in the popcorn business for like 28 years, he said, before he decided to start making aftershaves. I thought that was fascinating. It's a small business in the Midwest. I believe it might be the Chicagoland area. And Scott went into a store because he never thought about aftershave. I don't think I ever did either. I mean, for the longest time, I didn't use any kind of aftershave. I just shaved and I was done. Normally I would shave in the shower, and so it didn't feel like I needed an aftershave, you know? All right, there's the second pass. So anyway, he goes in and starts smelling all the different aftershaves that are available, like Brute and, you know, whatever. And he didn't like any of them. So he's like, I wonder if I can make one myself. Now this guy, he's been in the popcorn business for 28 years. Popcorn distribution around the Chicagoland area, which I just watched a thing. They're extremely famous for their Chicago mix popcorn. Chicagoans, in general, they like caramel and cheese corn mixed together, and that's the Chicago mix. My dad lived in Chicago for years, but I don't remember eating that. Maybe it became more popular since the 80s, I'm not sure. Anyway, so Scott started making aftershaves, and he tried it out with his friends, and they said, this is great stuff, and he started making them. So there you go. Strange how life can work like that. You just do a complete 180 and go off in a whole other direction, and he's doing a great job, I think. So kudos. And also, if you didn't know this, if you ever bought anything from Captain's Choice, they also support a veterans charity, homeless veterans. It is MSHV. That is the Midwest Shelter for Homeless Veterans. So every purchase you make, a little bit goes towards helping out homeless veterans. And I think that's pretty cool. Because while I've never served, if I had, and I'd been in a war zone or any sort of place where I saw, you know, things that you can't forget about, I know I'd want some help. So my hat's off to all the men and women in the armed services who do things that most of the rest of us will never do or see. So anyway, going with the third pass here. I'm still hearing whiskers being cut. Still enjoying the smell of the Cherry Fougere. Now, Fougere, I finally learned, means like earthy, like a fern. So it's got a little bit of cherry and a little bit of kind of earthiness. I can't describe the earthiness necessarily. Like I'm not picking out any notes. Like I'm not smelling patchouli or anything like that. But there's just something about the scent that you could describe as kind of green or earthy or, yeah, interesting how that works. All right. You know, I gotta say, I'm not a huge fan of the feel of this razor now that I've used it again. I'm not sure what it is. I think it's the way the blade is presented, and then those little half open comb. I don't know. Maybe it's just not for me. Not every razor is for everybody. You know, everybody's different. So take my opinion with a grain of salt or a splash of cherry aftershave, like you're about to see in a few minutes. All right, I'm gonna get this off, and then I'll feel around. Join me as I feel around on my face. Yeah, there's still lots of little bits that normally get got by other razors. So, I think it's a beautiful razor, and I think it's well built, but it might not be the one for me. But they were kind enough to send it to me a while back. So thank you to the fine folks at Fine Accoutrements. I do love their products. But if I was going to be in the market for a really kind of high-end razor, I might look elsewhere. But I do feel fortunate that anybody takes the time to send me anything. So thank you all to do that. I'm just kind of going over places that I know will bug me if I don't get them. Don't want to do too much. That's how you get razor burn. Okay, that's enough. Cold water. And then the cherry splash. All right. Woo! Whew, here we go. And the sun was just past the zenith, so I'm not getting my entire forehead lit up and blinding you as I shave. Okay, here we go. 45th parallel from Captain's Choice. I think these are like 20 bucks a pop, which is, you know, not cheap, but it'll last you a long time. It's a pretty good sized bottle. I use this all the time and it's still just down to here. And I probably use more than I would because this was sent to me. But if I was being, ooh, smells like dark black cherries, maraschino cherries, and with none of the fougere, which is fine for this. But really the fougere takes away from the cherry. So this is like mainlining. I gotta put a little bit more, I don't care. It smells like a really good alcoholic drink. Like if you got this at the bar, it would be a craft cocktail. It would cost you $18 just for one drink. So 20 bucks for this, it's gonna last you a lot longer than that one drink. And you'll get as much enjoyment out of it, I think, hopefully. Anyway, I want you to see my notes. Look at my notes. This is where I wrote everything down, see? So Scott wrote this and he wrote a nice little note, and now it's all wet and messed up. But that's how I wrote everything down. So yeah, so we got the world's finest, and then we got the shaving brush roll and the razor jacket from Captain's Choice. I kind of cobbled all this together, but I wanted to show the three things that they sent. And this is a fantastic brush, by the way. This is also hand done. It's also, it's not his younger brother that does it, but there is an artisan who takes a huge chunk of this acrylic and then like puts it on a lathe and gets it down to the shape. So it is handmade. That's pretty cool. And it's synthetic, which I love. Look at get in the light here. See if you can see the colors. He says inspired by the ocean. It does look like land masses in the ocean. All right. All right, that's enough jibber jabbering from me. We're done shaving for today. Thanks for joining me, everybody. Have a great weekend. Leave a comment down below. I read every single one of them. And I love them all, even if they're terrible. Maybe I don't love them all, but most of them are not terrible. Anyway, that's enough. Thanks, everybody. Thanks, everybody at Captain's Choice again for sending that. Thanks, Scott. Have a great one. See y'all later. Bye.